What is going on, guys? Jason Burke here, Styles Clash for Life, coming at you today on YouTube, and today I am wrestling with myself. WWE Battleground 2016 is this coming Sunday, and it looks quite honestly like a very throwaway show. It looks probably like, overall with the lineup, I think the weakest pay-per-view so far this year. Battleground should be. The lineup is not too encouraging, though there are a couple of matches that could steal the show. A few titles are not being defended this Sunday, which is weird. A few of the challengers are just kind of thrown together and not being taken too seriously. All the focus was really on the draft, so this show is kind of just like a filler until we get to SummerSlam, basically. And it usually is anyway, but the lineup usually looks a little bit stronger than this one does. So I'm just going to go through. There's 8 matches on the card. I have my trusty notebook here below me. I'm going to go ahead and read all 8 matches and give you guys my sort of predictions and how things will shake out this Sunday and going forward. So the first match we have is Natalya versus Becky Lynch. Both were drafted to SmackDown, so this feud could easily continue. Usually when a feud starts and would be going along for a little while, the heel wins the first match naturally. I'm actually going to say the opposite here. I'm going to take Becky Lynch because she was made a big deal on Monday, or Tuesday, when they did the actual draft. Mick Foley and Daniel Bryan made a huge deal about Becky being one of the best wrestlers in the possible face of the SmackDown women's roster. So Becky was the first draft pick for SmackDown and as a lady, and it seems like Lynch is going to be a big star on SmackDown, so I think having her win here makes sense. Should be a decent match. Both ladies are very good wrestlers, and they're both over with the crowd. Should be very solid. I think Becky gets the win here. And this feud probably continues. Natalya gets an attack after the match, or jumps her the next SmackDown or something like that. This feud probably will continue. Then we have for the U.S. Championship, we have Rusev defending against Ryder. This is a head scratcher. It makes really no sense. Ryder's been a jobber. Aside from his Intercontinental title win at WrestleMania, he's been a jobber for the last 7-8 years. He's not taken seriously. Rusev's on Raw while Ryder's on SmackDown, so that's kind of weird. I can't see them switching the titles to the reverse brands. Ryder's not really a credible challenger to me, even though I do like him. He's misused. But I think Rusev rolls here. Rusev gets the win, continues as he should, being a dominant U.S. champion and getting up to a top-level, upper mid-card heel. Continue the run. No reason for Ryder to win this belt here. Let Rusev win. Should be a decent enough match. Nothing special. We have New Day in a 6-man tag versus the Wyatts. All 3 Wyatts and all 3 New Day. They were drafted just separate brands for the most part. Braun Strowman is going to Raw, but Wyatt and Rowan are going to SmackDown, and Harper was not drafted yet. Whereas the New Day are continuing their longest tag title reign in modern era history, I guess, on Raw. So this is the last meeting between these two teams as they stand now. No tag titles on the line, just a 6-man tag. I'm actually going to go with the Wyatts because the belts aren't on the line, and Bray's going to be a huge star on SmackDown as a main eventer most likely. So I'm going with the Wyatts here. Bray gets the win on Xavier. I wonder if Xavier, the whole turn thing was talked about before the draft. Now that New Day is staying together and the Wyatts are being separated, I don't see Xavier leaving necessarily. I don't see it happening. But I think Xavier is scared of Wyatt. Wyatt gets the pin on Xavier. The Wyatts get the win, probably as they should. Doesn't hurt the New Day, but helps Bray a lot. So. And then we have the Intercontinental title match. We have The Miz defending against Darren Young. Once again, a random, last-minute kind of thrown-in guy. He won the Battle Royal a few weeks ago on Raw, and now all of a sudden he's been 3-0, I think, since. The crowd seems behind him a little bit because of Backlund. It's helping a little bit. He's not a bad wrestler. He's just nothing special to me. I don't see the random reason for the push. There could be a switch here, but I don't see it. Pardon me. Miz is on SmackDown. Young is on Raw. So I think Miz will retain. As he should. He's been on a roll lately since he came back with Maurice and got into this role again. Let Miz run with the belt for a little while longer, and Young hasn't built up enough momentum yet in the last 3 weeks, just getting pushed finally now. So nothing special here. I'm going with The Miz. Then we have Charlotte and Dana Brooke versus Sasha Banks and a mystery partner. Everyone is speculating that it's Bayley. I don't think it's Bayley. NXT just lost 3 ladies in the draft. Nia Jax, Carmella, and Alexa Bliss were all drafted, so they're going to be all presumably off NXT. NXT cannot afford to lose Bayley as well. All they have left right now of the pushed ladies in NXT are Bayley and Asuka. They can't afford to lose Bayley. So I don't see Bayley being called up yet. She still has a storyline with Asuka going on. I don't see it happening. there. What I will speculate, because no other ladies make a lot of sense here, I do think it could be, since all three of these ladies are on Raw, I think another one of the drafted Raw ladies could make sense. Summer Rae, I believe, was drafted to Raw. She was actually in the original group with Sasha and Charlotte together in NXT, so there's ties there. They have a history, and that's a new way to get Charlotte, or to get Summer Rae pushed up into a higher level. So that would make sense. Also, Nia Jax, being a fellow NXT person like the rest of these ladies are, she was just drafted to Raw, and she's going to get probably a heavy push because of her NOIE heritage and her size. You know, she's intimidating. She has the power. I think she would make sense as being a partner of Sasha if they want to put her as a face. So I'm going to pick Nia Jax or Summer Rae here, I think. But I'd much rather personally see Bayley. I think Sasha and the mystery partner will get the win, regardless of who it is. Heading into Sasha versus Charlotte for the title at SummerSlam. We have Owens versus Zane. This is the one I'm most excited for. The top three matches are all very solid and should all be possible show stealers. It's a 3-match show, and here are the important matches. Owens versus Zane. Surprisingly, they're both drafted to Raw, so this could continue, and it may continue, which is surprising. Owens won the first one, and has sort of had some dominance over Zane, both in NXT and on the main roster. So I'm going to go with Zane here. I think Zane gets the win. They could continue it if they want to for SummerSlam for some big match, but they're treating this like it's the blow-off, even though they're on the same brands. So this could really go either way, but because Owens has won so much, I'm going to go with Zane here to get the win. This should easily be, just like the first one was, an excellent match, possible match of the year candidate. So I'm taking Zane this time. But interesting to see if they go together at SummerSlam again as well, being a big show. We have a six-man tag. John Cena, Enzo Amore, and Colin Cassidy versus The Club, Anderson Gallows and AJ Styles. This is an easy way for John Cena to get his win back over AJ. AJ won the singles match last month, as he should have, and it was an excellent match. This month is a way for John Cena to get his win back so that AJ and Cena can have a big blow-off rubber match at SummerSlam. So it should be a good match. The pairings are pretty cool. Last time seeing AJ and The Club together is they're now on separate brands. So I think Cena, Enzo, and Cass get the win and evens the AJ Cena series heading into SummerSlam. And the main event for the World Championship, we have the Shield Triple Threat everyone was looking forward to at SummerSlam is happening 1 month early. We have the champion Dean Ambrose defending in a triple threat match against Seth Rollins and Roman Reigns, the returning Roman Reigns. This one could really go a bevy of ways as well. Ambrose has the world title currently on SmackDown. Reigns and Rollins are both on Raw. Very interesting. For that reason, I think Raw has the bigger name value, so I think they're going to give SmackDown the rub by having the World Championship on SmackDown. So I think Ambrose retains the title and takes it back to SmackDown here. But again, with Reigns returning, there could be a lot of scenarios I've heard about. This should be an excellent match. They've all had good matches together. They know each other. They've had good chemistry. The crowd's going to be hot for it. They're going to be very much anti-Reigns, I believe. No surprise there. But this should be, if not the best match on the card, the second best match on the card. And I think for some odd reason, I'm not quite sure why, I think just because SmackDown is starting off live and new and a fresh brand, I think you want to have the champion be the guy there. I think you want Ambrose to retain and to bring that belt to SmackDown. So I think Ambrose gets the win in an awesome match. And I'm not quite sure where this leaves the 3 for SummerSlam. I guess we'll have to see. So what match are you guys most looking forward to and why? What do you think I predicted correctly? What do you think is going to happen? Who will Sasha's mystery partner be? Pardon me. And who wins the world title match? What happens going forward? What do you want to see at SummerSlam? Tell me all those things in the comments down below. And until the next opening bell, guys, I will see you all soon. Styles Clash out.